Clark County Today is presented by Cano Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting canorealestate.com.
Hey everyone, Chris Brown here with your Wednesday edition of the Clark County Today video update. Hope you're staying safe out there. Well, these dry conditions and wind continue, and wildfires are still a major story throughout the region. On Tuesday afternoon, a quick-moving brush fire started near Frito-Lay along Fruit Valley Road in West Vancouver. That fire spread to nearly 200 acres, moving through the Vancouver Lake Wildlife Refuge, while crews with Vancouver Fire and several surrounding agencies, as well as the Department of Natural Resources helicopter work to save structures and slow the spread of the flames. As of last night, it was over 90% contained. No buildings were damaged or destroyed. Meanwhile, up in the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest, the Big Hollow Fire has covered nearly 10,000 acres east of Yale and is moving into Cowlitz County, prompting the area to be warned that some residents may need to be ready to evacuate. We will, of course, continue to monitor that situation closely. And, of course, down south in Oregon, tragic situation. Thousands have been ordered to evacuate due to raging wildfires in Clackamas County and in Washington County. Parts of the Lincoln City area have been asked to evacuate out there on the Oregon coast as a fire burns there. And then towns including Talent, Phoenix, even part of Ashland in southern Oregon have been largely destroyed. The state of Oregon has closed a number of state parks, and many bureaus of land management areas in Washington state and in Oregon have also been closed to reduce the risk of human-caused fires during all of this. Now over to Paul Valencia, who's been covering a possible change for the mascot and logo at Columbia River High School. Last night, members of the school board made a decision.
It will be the end of an era at Columbia River High School. Long known as the Chieftains, the mascot and the logo were retired Tuesday night. Passionate comments on both sides of the issue were heard at the school board meeting, but in the end, the board voted unanimously to make a change. Wendy Smith, a board member and a Columbia River graduate, said the purpose of a mascot is to build spirit within a community, for a student to have a sense of belonging. She feared the mascot did not do that at Columbia River. So what's next? A committee will be formed to come up with a new mascot and a new logo for the school. I've heard a few suggestions: Steelhead, Pilots, Rapids. But for now, there's no name.
Well, for now, they're the athletes formerly known as the Chieftains. Thanks for that report, Paul. Well, a lot of you have already shared your thoughts about that decision. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see what's happening in your community and weigh in on what matters to you. Gut-wrenchingly painful. That's how Superintendent Steve Webb described his feelings as he recommended that the school board approve 2 resolutions that will affect more than 600 employees of Vancouver Public Schools last night, facing a $16 million budget shortfall this academic year. And with no in-building classes right now, the board authorized temporary furloughs and partial reductions of work hours for those hundreds of employees. They include workers in transportation, nutrition services, safety, paraeducators, clerks, and secretaries. Those employees were scheduled to receive notice of their status today. These employees are friends, colleagues, and champions for children, Webb said. Board members also noted that employees will be recalled as soon as possible. The reduction in hours will begin September 23rd. Affected employees will be able to keep their health care insurance and apply for unemployment. Well, Vancouver Public Schools becomes just the latest district to furlough or cut back on non-certificated staff, and more cuts may be coming. Districts are slowly tallying up enrollment for the early school year, and most aren't liking what they're finding. In the Evergreen School District, elementary school enrollment is down 1,100 students from this time last year. Hawkinson School District said they've seen enrollment dip by more than 11%, with schools fully online for now. In Battleground, they're seeing enrollment more than 8% less than what was budgeted. Other districts are still tallying the numbers but seeing similar declines. Many parents seem to be moving to alternative learning models, and thousands have applied to homeschool their students, at least for now. Check back soon for a full recap of every school district at clarkcountytoday.com. In COVID-19 news, Clark County today added 21 new cases, bringing the outbreak total to 2,818 with 122 active cases. That's up from 109 on Tuesday. Hospitalization rates have spiked since yesterday with 23 confirmed and 13 suspected cases in Clark County hospitals. That represents 5.7% of available beds, up from just over 4% to start the week. Clark County remains in the moderate risk category for school reopenings. It's been a challenging road for many area nonprofits and faith-based outreach organizations since the start of the pandemic, but things may be looking up with schools started in remote learning and families now adjusting to new rhythms. The people at places like His Heart Foundation and Marriage Team are hard at work online and in person when possible. His Heart's Mentor Success Program pairs mentors with students for 1 hour a week of mentorship. Flagship program was launched in partnership with Cornerstone Christian Academy and is also expanding into more public schools in Clark County, like Harney Elementary in Vancouver. The program has transitioned to accommodate an online version with mentor meetings through Zoom calls, with a recent adjustment in the rules for faith-based counseling. Up to 5 members of the same family can now meet in person with a counselor at their facility, though most interactions are still happening virtually. Marriage Team founder Alan Ray says they have weathered the pandemic with relative ease. Mentor Success is seeing a greater need in helping students develop strong mental and emotional health habits in order to cope with reduced social interactions, said program leader Dale Baugh. To find out more, visit the full story at clarkcountytoday.com. Lastly, this evening, the League of Women Voters of Clark County has announced an upcoming webinar aimed at helping you get informed about the general election in November. The free educational event will take place on Tuesday, September 22nd from 6:30 to 8 p.m. It'll give a brief overview of the measures on the November 3rd ballot and where you can find more information. The League says their webinar will be a nonpartisan educational opportunity for voters and will not include pros and cons of any particular measure. The presentation will be offered through the Fort Vancouver Regional Library System. For more information, contact the League of Women Voters of Clark County and stay tuned to Clark County Today as we continue to cover the issues and races on the November ballot. And there is your Wednesday check of the stories we're following for you at clarkcountytoday.com. You can send us story ideas and feedback via email, news@clarkcountytoday.com. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Stay safe. We'll be back with you again tomorrow.